The Denver Nuggets boss, Josh Kroenke, says firings of coach and GM were months in the making. All right. And the Nuggets are fourth in the West. I don't think you don't see that a whole lot, right? You get these firings of the GM and the coach as they're fourth. You see the current standings here, 50 and 32 with the 61 winning percentage. So they win what? A little over 6 out of every 10 games. Is what it looks like right there. Here's Josh Kroenke right here. And if you didn't know, Josh Walton Kroenke is an American heir to the Walmart family inheritance and to Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, his father's sports media conglomerate. Okay. And here's his father right here, Stan Kroenke, American billionaire businessman. He is the owner of Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, so it's all in the family here, which is the holding company of Arsenal FC of the Premier League also. And Arsenal WFC of the Women's Super League, the Los Angeles Rams of the NFL, Denver Nuggets of the NBA, Colorado Avalanche of the NHL, Colorado Rapids of MLS. Okay, all of that. Wow, right? Amazing. Okay, so this dude's got a lot of money. A lot of money going on here with these characters. But let's get back to Josh. All right, so here's Josh again right here. So he said Monday that he twice balked at firing the winningest coach in franchise history, which was Michael Malone, and the general manager who connected the final pieces of the team's only championship puzzle before finally canning them last week with just 3 games left in the season. All right, and the GM Calvin Booth. Kroenke held off in November to give the team time to gel. An 8-game winning streak heading into the All-Star break tempered his desire to part ways in February with Coach Michael Malone and GM Calvin Booth. Wow, right? Kroenke finally fired both men last week in a move that stunned the league because the Nuggets had already secured a 7th consecutive playoff berth and were less than 2 years removed from the city's first NBA championship parade. So what would be crazier for me doing what I did last week or doing it on an 8-game winning streak? Kroenke asked. All right. So yeah, you don't see that a whole lot. But let's go over here. Look at this, man. He's age 44 and he's born on the 7th of May. And look, firings equals 44 in the language. Check that out. And he's age 44. Look at how fire equals 70, like 7. He fires the GM and the head coach. GM equals 7. And look, he's born on the 7th of May. Walmart also equals 47. Look at Stan Kroenke, son of billionaire, uh, yeah, Josh Kroenke, son of Stan Kroenke. Stan Kroenke born in 47. Look at that. So Stan Kroenke, born in 47, Walmart 47, Josh the son, and he's 44 years old, born on the 7th. And then Firing's 44, GM 7, Fire 70 like 7. You see all those fours and all those sevens there. And you're fired. Right? So you see that right there? Also, despite leading Denver to its first title in 47 years. This is how you know it's fake and it's ran on this code, okay? This is how you know it's fake and it's ran on this code. Despite leading Denver to its first title in 47 years, Malone and Booth long clashed over roster philosophies, a discord that led to a toxicity in the organization that began to affect the team's fortunes and which led Kroenke to fire them both. The Nuggets won all 3 games under interim coach David Adelman to secure a third consecutive 50-win season and the 4th seed in the West, where they'll open at home Saturday against the 5th seeded Los Angeles Clippers. You see that? And is that another 4 right there? It is, huh? Secure a third consecutive 50-win season and the 4th seed in the West. You see that? So we get another 4. And we get another 7 here. Kroenke finally fired both men last week in a move that stunned the league because the Nuggets had already secured the 7th consecutive playoff berth and were less than 2 years removed from the city's first championship. So another 7. So look at all the 4s and all the 7s here. You see that? A lot of 4s and a lot of 7s. And there's more. Look at this right here. Look at the Denver Broncos. It says the owner, Walton/Penner family ownership group. You see that? So the Waltons have their hand in everything here, it looks like. And that's the Broncos. You see that? Walton/Penner family ownership group. It says Greg Penner is in his 3rd season as owner and CEO of the Broncos. All right. In 2024, he is designated as controlling owner of the Walton Penner family ownership group, which was unanimously approved by the NFL to purchase the Broncos. But Penner/Walton, you see that? The NFL does not allow its owners to hold majority control of major league teams and other NFL markets. And look at another 7. On October 7, 2015, the NFL approved transfer of his ownership stake of the Avalanche and Nuggets to his wife, Ann Walton Kroenke. I think they're referring to Stan there, maybe. So there's a lot going on here with this Walton family. Okay? I don't know. Let me look up Ann Walton Kroenke, because there's Josh Kroenke's wife right there. Right here. Okay, so I think that's Stan's wife, right? So that's the father's wife right there. Okay? So, but my point being, look at all of these 7s and all of these 4s, okay? Look at all of these 7s and all of these 4s going on here, right? A complete script, okay? All right, and you see right there again, Michael Malone and Calvin Booth fired. What? Wow, look at this. So, Michael Malone, the former coach, they say the winningest coach in franchise history, I think is what they said. Look at Michael Malone in the code. 57 in the reduction cipher. Josh Kroenke fires him. Josh Kroenke's birthday, 5/7, May 7th. Even he has the same birthday as the GM he fired. May 7, 5/7, Calvin Booth. Isn't that amazing? 57, 57, 57 with all three of these characters. Even the May 7th birthday, 57 date numerology. 5 plus 7 plus the year, 20 plus 25. Even Carl Malone is born on the 7th, in the 7th month, excuse me. You get the Malone connection here. No relation. Look at that. Carl Malone, former great, the Utah Jazz. Born in July, the 7th month. Completely amazing. And only one of those 8 wins leading into the All-Star break came against a team that would make the playoffs, the Orlando Magic, the number 7 seed in the East. So the whole breakdown is 44s and 7s. And you get that 57 match with all three of these characters. Wow. And notice Calvin Booth is born in 76, and Stan Kroenke's wife, Anne, is age 76. Completely amazing. I'm going to look at the article real quick. And I think we got everything, though. But let me see if I missed anything here. Let's see. Okay, so who's that? Who's the guy who took over again? Did they say David Adelman? Let's see. David Adelman. Right here. May 15th birthday, age 43. David Leonard Adelman. They said interim coach. For the Nuggets, the son of Rick Adelman, former NBA coach. Let's put David Adelman's name in the calculator. Let's see if we get greedy here. Wow, that 111 keeps popping up with all of the airplane crash breakdowns. You see it right there again. Look at David Adelman here, the interim coach. You see that 72 right there? Walmart founded date. Look at that, 7-2. You see that on the fly? You see that? Sam Walton opened the first Walmart store in Rogers, Arkansas. Look at that, 7-2. How amazing, right? Wow, and look, Stan Kroenke is born in the 7th month also. So there's another 7. I missed that earlier. Holy crap. Look at all the damn 7s. And then his son born on the 7th. Wow. So we got some good stuff here. And I think I might go ahead and just leave it at that. So who are they playing in the playoffs? Did I miss that? The playoffs start in a few days, don't they? Who are the Nuggets playing in the playoffs? The Clippers. Saturday, April 19th. Playoffs, round 1. Game 1. You see that right there? And you see they both had 50 and 32 right there. So that should be a good series. We'll see. It looks like the Clippers won 8 in a row. All right, it looks like they're on an 8-game winning streak. All right. Okay, so yeah, look at all these paragraphs. We don't need to read all of that. So Denver Nuggets boss Josh Kroenke says firings of coach and GM were months in the making. Shout out to y'all. Until next time.